All right, warriors, let's talk about the return. This is focused on long-term integration, identity shift, and daily structure. Our fundamental rule of the medicine is if you have this wonderful experience in the jungle, you've met God or overcome some of your trauma, but you go home and you don't change anything about your life, you've wasted your time, and we really don't recommend that. Everything that matters is what you do in your life afterwards, what you change, what you improve. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to prevent you from relapsing, from collapsing emotionally, from isolation, confusion, basically losing all the work that you did. If you've taken a hill, you don't want to leave. Just don't want to just leave that hill, right? Think of Afghanistan. Think of Vietnam. All the many years that were spent fighting those territories just for us to leave. Not getting into politics, but I'm using that as an example. You want to keep the hill that you gained. So, a couple traps that veterans fall into after ceremony. Hey, I'm healed now, all good. No, you're not. You're on the road of healing. And you're about to do your work daily of healing, which is changing your habits. That's kind of on the emotional perspective. Some veterans are like, hey, I don't need any of my medications anymore. Throw that out the window. No, don't do that. Talk to your doctor first, or talk to our doctor. My wife Aleja is a physician. So don't assume you're healed. This is a process. It's not instant. Trap 2 is trying to understand everything. Don't overthink it. You don't need to interpret everything, and you just need to live differently afterwards. So it doesn't matter if you saw like a blue alien or an upside down jaguar. Like, what does that mean? Look for and feel into the stuff that you need to change in your life, and then go change it. And we're here to walk with you and support you afterwards. Trap 3 is isolation. This is the #1 cause of why veterans don't get the results they need or they collapse after ceremony. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen this, and it's when they go home, you don't talk to anybody, you sink back into old patterns, you have the same social circles, nobody can really understand. 3 months later, you're going to be calling us and be like, well, I'm back to square one. So don't let this happen. This is why we walk with you for a while afterwards. You have access to the community with us, and you've got people that you can talk to. So a couple keys to long-term integration. This is not an exclusive list. These are just some ideas. Try to ground yourself daily. A couple ways to do it here. As I mentioned before, pick one change to integrate into your life. So maybe it's speaking more honestly. Maybe it's reducing or stopping drinking. Maybe it's going to bed earlier or waking up earlier or working out. Whatever it is, pick one thing and work on it. If you try to do everything, you're going to not succeed, and you're not going to change anything. Key 3 is keep your nervous system safe. So try to avoid toxic people, big fights, overwhelm, these sort of things. Key 4, stay connected. Ideally, you've got a battle buddy. You can use us for that battle buddy. You can use the community. You can post in the community. You can email us. You can hop on coaching calls with us. There's a lot of different ways to do it. You're going to want to stay connected with somebody. And then purpose micro steps. So this is not like, I need to find out what I'm doing with my life. It's orienting yourself a little bit closer every day, doing one small thing that moves you closer to who you want to become, whatever that is. Section 3 is the identity shift. Ayahuasca is going to show you who you were, who you are, and who you're becoming, but only action is going to stabilize this. So we've got some, further on in this module, we've got some workbook examples. We've got some identity statements here for you. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because it's actually kind of a long module, but check that out, and I think you're going to find a lot of really helpful stuff here. Okay, thanks for walking with us. I think we've got one more video to go about next steps, and I appreciate you sticking with us.